Join us to navigate your awakening as we share the ancient science of transformation. Practicing this ancient wisdom will help you tune into your power and unlock your greatest potential. If you are ready to embark on your awakening and discover your soul path, then please welcome your host and transformation expert, Trenayce.
Welcome to Navigating the Awakening. I am your host, Trenayce. Thank you for joining me today. I greet you in the love and in the light of the Infinite Creator. I would like to begin with the internal light meditation so that we can all align our energies with the cosmos, with the universal light of Source. If you are driving or listening to this and not able to close your eyes, then please simply open your heart and allow the intention of healing to move through you. Allow each breath to relax you more and more as we go deeper. Let's begin. First breath in. Breathe out. Second breath in. Breathe out. Third breath in. Breathe out. Relax. Allow your breaths to find their natural rhythm. With each breath in, allow yourself to become centered and focused. And with each exhalation, release all tension and stress, any mental distractions or images, and allow yourself to be in this moment in meditation. Focus your attention on the center of your chest. See your internal light as it illuminates your heart, as it fills your heart with brilliant, healing, white light. Continue to see this light as it grows brighter and brighter with each and every breath, allowing this light to fill your heart completely with love, peace, joy, and forgiveness, releasing all heavy, negative, and dark energies, and allowing the light to continuously raise you in vibration. And now see this light as it spreads throughout your chest, moving into your lungs, filling your lungs with healing energies, allowing each and every breath to ground you, to revitalize and rejuvenate you, removing any blockages of energy, and allowing each and every red blood cell that passes through your lungs to be filled with healing light, carrying this life force to every extremity of your body. And now see this light as it spreads throughout the chest completely, moving up into your shoulders, down in your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, moving into your palms and fingertips, allowing for healing energies to flow through your palms, radiating out into the world and all around you. Continue to see this light as it moves up through the neck, releasing tension and stress, moving into the cheeks, the ears, the nose, the eyes, the forehead, and moving up into your crown, activating the connection with your higher self, allowing for clear communication, clear downloads. And now see the light as it moves into your diaphragm and your stomach, activating healing through deeper breaths and the assimilation of your nutrients. Continue to see the light as it flows into the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas, and the bladder. all of your organs, tissues, and cells are now filled with healing light, bringing you into perfect balance, perfect health, aligning you with all that is good, all that is desired. And now see the light as it moves into the small intestine, the large, moving into the colon, the uterus, the sex organs, allowing for healing within these organs of assimilation, reproduction, and release. Allow this energy to bring you into the highest frequencies, the highest vibrations, utilizing the life force that you take into your body through your nutrients, and allowing all energies that no longer serve you to be released, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, creating the highest frequency available to you. Continue to see this light as it flows through your hips, moving through your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and into the soles of your feet. You are now filled with healing light, bringing you into perfect balance, perfect health, aligning you with all that is good, all that is desired. Continue to see this light as it moves through the soles of your feet, now turning into silver cords that move deep into Mother Earth, grounding you, anchoring you to Mother Earth, allowing for any excess energies to flow through these cords, to be received and recycled by Mother Earth to create something beautiful. Continue to see the light that is within your body, growing brighter and brighter with each and every breath, and now moving through each and every pore of your body so that you are filled with light and now surrounded in a beautiful healing bubble of white light. Allow the colors of all of the frequencies of the rainbow to now fill your body and the aura that is around you. Allow this energy to protect you, to increase you in healing energies, to be a magnet to draw all that is good to you, to balance you, to remind you, to shelter you, to connect you to all other lights. Continue to see your light as it grows brighter and brighter, as it spreads throughout the room, the space in which you are in. Feeling the space completely, bringing balance and harmony to all pass through this space. And now moving beyond the walls, the obstacles, penetrating with ease, moving out into the atmosphere, your city, your town, your village, wherever you are, allowing this energy to spread, this beautiful, healing, white light to move in all directions, completely encompassing the planet and connecting with all other lights. We are all increased as we are now one. We connect with our hearts, our minds, and the oneness of knowing that we are all source and we are all able to reach any extremity of the self through the light. Continue to see our light as it grows in magnitude, getting stronger and stronger, completely encompassing the planet, bringing healing within, around, and above the planet, bringing balance, bringing forgiveness, love, peace, and joy to humanity and all beings that desire to take part in this love light energy of oneness. Allow our light to continue to grow as it now expands beyond the earth, moving in all directions out into our universe, expanding, connecting with all other lights, allowing for our light family, wherever they are, to be one with us, allowing us all to be increased in this love and healing energy, connecting, reuniting, and empowering ourselves in the oneness of Source, in the love of Source, in the light of Source. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your light with me. And now we will begin our discussion on 2 new planets. We've talked about them in the past. We are now discussing the body universe and how these planets appear to be outside of us, but are truly within us. Everything is within. And that which is outside of us is illusion. And that is what we are taught through the wisdom teachings of the ancients. And so we are learning how to connect to frequencies that we call many different things. And today we will be looking at the planets Mercury and Venus. These are planes of existence that are within you. They hold characteristics, and these frequencies that you can activate will then begin to activate the healing, the energies of these planets. The frequency of Mercury is 141.27 hertz. 141.27 hertz. Now, this is very close to that of Pluto, which was 140.25 hertz. Just very, very close, but it's still very far when we're talking about frequencies. But the energies will be similar, but at the same time, very much different. But I want you to pay attention to that. Now, the other planet we're going to discuss is Venus, which is 221.23 hertz. Again, 221.23 hertz. And Venus is an amazing energy to tap into. We're going to talk about these 2 planets in more depth. We did discuss their frequencies when we first started this, but now we're going to go deeper into these. Now, I do want to remind you that the sun is 126.22 hertz. 126.22 hertz. And these are the octaves. All of the planets, all of the energies have different octaves. These are the octaves that Spirit wants you to begin to connect to these energies with. So we are circling back right now because we did give you these frequencies in the first show, but we were unable to go deeper into them. And so today I'm reminding you to simply meditate on that number, the frequency of that planet, and it will assist you in improving your health and your well-being in many ways. And as you begin to work with these frequencies, they will begin to communicate with you. The energies will begin to reveal to you many different things. And this is how the ancients did it. Everything was experiential knowledge. Everything had to be experienced and then shared, and others experienced it and they shared it. And this went on for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. potentially even millions of years. We don't quite know how old we are, what the first groupings of people who were on this planet look like and what they brought here. But we do know from the teachings of the ancients that all life was brought to Earth and then evolved here. And over many millennia, we have expanded and grown and become very advanced. And then through some discord within ourselves, we brought on our own destruction. So we once again are moving forward, relearning, regrowing, remembering this ancient wisdom, and we want to put it into practice this time so that it assists us to bypass or to go beyond the point that we keep getting to that keeps bringing us back to self-destruction. So we face this time once again on this planet. But it is up to us, our heart's desire. We must have this within our energy field that we want to be better, that we want to grow, that we want to be the best humans that we can be. And when we bypass that same self-destructive energy that keeps coming up in our genetic coding, then we will become very magnificent beings of light. We will move into our evolutionary states of consciousness that will affect us physically as well. And this is why we are now relearning and reactivating parts of us that have been dormant or sleeping, and we're learning how to reconnect to deeper parts of us. So now we will discuss in more detail these planets. But before we do this, I want to share with you a planet that is unknown to us at this time. But it is acknowledged in esoteric astrology. This planet is known as Vulcan. And Vulcan, according to esoteric astrology, is too close to the sun for us to see. And so it has not been discovered by our modern day scientists yet. But there are many reasons for this. Now, those of us who are Trekkies, who love Star Trek, we know all about Vulcan. And so it makes you think, where do they get these names from? And how does it seem that we keep watching movies that later on we find out there's a lot of truth in them? Well, we're also told that many truths are shown to us through movies. And this is a way to reach our subconscious to begin to activate us and to help us to remember things. We must get beyond what we think of as science fiction and begin to tap into the higher knowledge and wisdom that is actually being transmitted to us through these forms of art. Now, remember when we talked about hundreds of planets that used to be acknowledged at different times in our history, but now we only claim 9 of them, and sometimes only 8. They seem to want to keep Pluto in the mix. But Vulcan has never been one of those planets, at least not to our knowledge. It is a very spiritual planet, and the consciousness of humanity has not elevated to the degree that we as a collective can see it yet. It is not of the third dimension. And because of this, its frequency is outside of our visual range. It is very high vibrating. And remember, we cannot see what we don't vibrate to. And this is why it is invisible to our scientists. Not only this is in play, but also the fact that it is very close to the sun. And this makes it difficult to see it due to the light of the sun. And in this way, the sun is cloaking it. Whenever a planet is within 1 to around 8 degrees of the sun, it is considered combust. And this makes the planet invisible. And we go through this regularly. And you may even have some planets that are combust in your astrological birth chart. And when this happens, you cannot see the planet. So in some schools of thought, the planet is weakened by this. But in other schools of thought, it is said that when the planet is combust and you're not able to see it, it loses its identity and it becomes part of the sun. So whatever the planet represents means that now you have to apply that energy and it submits itself to the sun. So in other words, Mercury is combust in my personal birth chart. And so that means that my speech, everything that I do in my writing and my talking has to be in alignment with the universal forces. It is combust of the sun. So it must submit to the energy of God that flows through that channel that we call the sun. And in order for me to be successful in sharing my thoughts in any way that I choose, be it physically, through verbal communication, through writing, through any form of energy in that way, it must be in alignment with the energy, the solar consciousness that rules this universe. Okay? So this is a very powerful thing for you to know. And if you're not aware of your birth chart, and if you have any planets that are combust, they are within 1 to 8 degrees of the sun, then you should have someone draw a birth chart up for you, because it will make a huge difference in the energy of that planet. Now, let us look at Mercury as it is represented in Vedic astrology. Mercury is known as Buddha in Vedic astrology, and it is the greatest among all planets, as it bestows a person with intelligence and wealth. Now, didn't we talk about Pluto and the fact that it is also a god of wealth, but it's the part of Pluto that we rarely hear anything about? Well, Mercury also has that signification within Vedic astrology. It bestows wealth and intelligence, and think of intelligence as a form of wealth as well. It proves to be the source of positive thoughts in the minds of the people. It is considered as the avatar of Vishnu. Mercury is associated with intelligence and calculation. It represents the ability to solve problems and generate ideas to overcome them. Now, if you're facing any issues with how to solve a problem, you want to work with the energy of Mercury. If you want to increase your intelligence, you want to work with the energies of Mercury. And that frequency is 141.27 hertz. Now, you want to increase your ability to be more verbal. You don't seem to be able to speak your mind or speak your heart clearly to others. Connect with your inner energy that we call Mercury, because it will assist you in helping you solve problems, to generate new ideas, to overcome them, and it will help you to acquire the intelligence that's needed in your life to help you become very successful. It is important to distinguish between intelligence and knowledge. Now, Mercury is adept at acquiring knowledge by reading and comprehending information. It represents the process of understanding the essence of things. Now, knowledge itself is ruled by Jupiter, which brings a deeper level of wisdom. But Mercury is often regarded as the messenger of the gods or the messenger of the cosmos, representing intellect, communication, adaptability, as well as quick-moving energy. Its influence shapes our thinking, learning, and capacity for effective expression. Now, remember what I said about Mercury being combust. And when it is combust, it must submit its will to do the will of the highest, of the cosmos, of the universal forces of God, whatever the name is that you choose to use. And in this is Mercury's natural energy. It is the messenger of the gods. It is the messenger of the cosmos. So when your Mercury is combust, then it only intensifies that energy within you, and you must do that work. Now, I'm reminding you once again to tune into the frequencies of Mercury to activate this energy within you. It is 141.27 hertz. Now, let's look at the planet Venus. And according to Vedic astrology, this planet is known as Shukra. It is a planet that symbolizes charm, beauty, happiness, luxury, romance, love, physical beauty, creativity, and aesthetics. And aesthetics is a set of principles that deal with nature and the appreciation of beauty, especially in art. Now, Venus holds the influence over keeping the balance within nature, within love, within romance, within all these things. Venus is really very much about balance and keeping things in balance. Now, the influence that Venus holds within your life and why you want to activate the frequency of Venus, which again is 221.23 hertz, is to assist you in these areas in your life. If you are having issues with being happy, if you are working on bringing love or romance into your life, you want to work with Venus. If you need more balance in your life, you want to work with Venus. Venus is also very knowledgeable. A lot of knowledge that Venus rules over, and it's in these areas. But Venus knows that the secret to life is in our ability to get along, to create balance in our lives. So this energy is very much needed in our world today. Our Venetian energy, which is a very high vibrating love energy, which is very much related to the Neptunian energy. And it's something we all could work on within ourselves for self-love, to appreciate the beauty of life, to raise ourselves in our inner beauty, our inner creativity, and to allow ourselves to accept luxury and happiness in our lives, because sometimes we have taken on beliefs that those things should not be, because you're being too vain if you allow yourself to have luxury or nice things around you. But this isn't true. If you look out into the world, you will see that the nature gives us so much beauty. So how could it be that the Creator doesn't want us to be surrounded by beauty, when in truth, we are completely surrounded by beauty? It is truly man that creates ugly buildings and tears down, beautiful forests to build up these things that just take away from the beauty of nature. And we have to learn how to be in balance, because yes, we need places to live, but so do the animals. So we have to find that balance in our lives. Now, Venus holds the influence over keeping the balance as well as other aspects of life, and is often regarded as the Lord of happiness. The energies of this archetype also deal with bringing justice to a situation. It can also be channeled as a warrior. The Venetian energy is also a warrior energy, because it's all about creating balance and fairness. So working with the frequencies of Venus will activate these energies within your life. Now, after our station break, we will continue our discussion on native Earth astrology and discuss the Frog Clan. We'll be right back in just a moment.
the cutting edge of conscious radio, Om Times Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of Om Times Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of Om Times. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Awaken the Healing, Reclaim Your Life is a podcast that will change your life. If you are interested in expanding your consciousness and being self-empowered, then please tune in to our show. You can find us at awakenthehealing.com or on your favorite podcast app or platform. It's time for you to reclaim your life.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
More than 24 million Americans have an autoimmune disorder, and that number continues to grow. I'm Sharon Saylor, and I'm one of those 24 million. To put that number in perspective, cancer affects about 9 million and heart disease up to 22 million. That's why I've brought together top experts and those thriving regardless of their diagnosis to bring you the latest, most up-to-date information. Join me, Sharon Saylor, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the Autoimmune Hour on Life Interrupted Radio to find out how to live your life uninterrupted.
If I could be you,
and you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out, and for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome back to Navigating the Awakening. We will now begin our discussion on the Frog Clan. This includes the Snake, Cougar, and Flicker people. You are born into the element of water, and this is where your powers are and responsibility lie to Mother Earth. Frog Clan people hold the energies of water within them. It is always flowing and changing. Water is cleansing and renewing, and most life depends upon it for survival. This element is not only necessary for our physical cleansing, but also for our spiritual cleansing. Water is connected to the moon and our emotions. This element can remove blockages wherever they are. Frog Clan people are very connected to their emotions, and to keep them in balance, they should always be flowing and open. These people are very sensitive and can feel the pain and joy of others very easily. They cringe when someone falls, and they hold their breath when seeing children play. In other words, they feel in their hearts all of the things within them and around them. Because Frog Clan people feel so deeply, they are able to empathize with the people around them. They can provide a clear reflection for others, just as clear water does. But if they are not in balance, this is not possible. Their emotions will be as murky and unclear as a muddy pool of water. People of this clan are very connected to the phases of the moon, and they need to become more aware of them. When the moon is full, these people can be very agitated and find themselves filled with sensations moving through them. They are likened to the tide, rippling with intensity and crashing into the rocks. At this time, they do not provide a clear reflection to those around them. But when the moon is dark, they are much more tranquil, and they can provide a calmer surface to reflect upon. Frog Clan people can bring a sense of flowing and clarity to any project or activity, as well as warmth and calm. When in balance, they can renew or bring new life to a project or relationship. They have the ability to flow so effortlessly that they can clear away any mental or physical blockages with ease. People of this clan are good to have involved in a project that seems impossible to move any further. It is at this point that frog people can find the crack to break through and allow new ideas to begin to flow. Water is an element of healing. These people are natural healers, and they can assist others on a physical and emotional plane. Frog people can help you find and dissolve any blockages that are within you. This is their power. This is their magic. They can help you get in touch with your emotions, but they must be in touch with their own first in order to guide you through the process. Frog clan people will find that they cry very easily when they are allowing their energies to flow. These people can be very creative and very sensitive. And because when they are tapped into their deeper aspects, they are feeling very deeply. And this allows great sensitivity as well as new ideas to flow through them constantly. They have the ability to spark fresh new ideas in others as well, creating a trend or revolution of thought. Once the idea becomes a trend, these people are swimming off to find something new and exciting to explore. If frog people don't keep new and fresh ideas flowing in their lives, they will find themselves becoming bored with life. They tend to be very dissatisfied with a stagnant life, and this will cause them to move in other directions to find something new. They really begin to yearn for things that they don't have. It is at this point that frog people have to be more cautious. If they begin to fixate on something that seems difficult to obtain, they then stop themselves from flowing with the vital energies of life, and they begin to create blockages in their minds and bodies. When this happens, they are not allowing the powerful creative force to flow through them. And over time, they begin to feel like a dam that is going to break. They can also create these blockages when they begin to experience deep feelings for someone. If they have not learned to trust and stay open, then they will hold back and block their emotions. Then they try to convince themselves as well as others that they are detached and non-feeling. While this charade goes on, their deep emotions are gathering more and more power. The more this force grows, the more afraid they become to let their true feelings to the surface. Many times, frog clan people will go through life holding back and repressing their feelings. If they experience this for too long, then they will manifest issues in the body that cause them to seem lumpy or bloated. Obesity, edema, deformations of the bones or muscles can and will develop when you are out of balance, frog people. And worst of all, your mind can become frozen. And this is when you are unable to move forward. You feel like you're frozen as if you have turned into ice. This is especially true for the snake people, born under the freeze-up moon. You must allow your energies to continue to flow so they do not freeze up. Members of this clan must work on keeping their emotions balanced because they feel so deeply. They must not allow them to grow too intense. It is best to keep your emotions balanced and peaceful. Use your personal and collective plant and mineral totems to help you find and keep this balance. So remember to go back and listen to the other clan members' totems and their powers and magic, because all of you can use the energies that are within your clan to help balance you out. Now, your emotions, like water, are very powerful, and this force can also be very destructive. You can drown in your own misery if you allow yourself to grow too heavy and dark. You do have the potential to be a very happy person. But at the same time, you can become very depressed. It is completely up to you. You must learn to focus on the positive things in your life because you are connected to the element of water. And this causes you to hold on to things. And to find that different frog clan people have different shortcomings, if you will, with that. Now, the snake people, because they deal with so many levels of the realms of darkness, should we say, they work in the realms of the unseen. They tend to be the ones that can hold a lot of this lower vibrating energy within them. And that's why their energy is so powerful, their magic is so strong. And this is why they have so many challenges with balancing out that in their lives, because the very thing that they carry within them is the very thing that can take them out. They're very powerful. Now, this element of water is very sacred to all indigenous people of the earth, because without it, we could not exist. It is known as a liquid crystal. Water is a liquid crystal because it stores and amplifies energy. Water is powerful, and it is one of those elements that are still quite a mystery to our science, our scientific fields. They do not know how two forms of gases have come together to create a liquid. It is a mystery. It continues to be a mystery. But to the ancients, we do know that it is a liquid crystal. And it is a very powerful amplifier of energy. So if you live near water, if you live near the ocean, if you live near the lakes, rivers, streams, or ponds, this energy can be used to amplify your prayers, your supplications, your mantras. And even if you just fill a bowl with water as you're doing your prayers and your mantras and your meditations, it will amplify that energy. Even just a glass of water next to you is very powerful. And at the end of your prayers, your meditations, your mantras, your supplications, you can drink that water because now it is full of that powerful energy that you have created through doing that. And this is why it is very sacred to the indigenous people, because they understand this, they know this. And in our Western world, in our very so-called technological world, we have forgotten many of these very powerful truths. So remember that. Remember that water is a liquid crystal. Use it to store the energies we want with it. Study Dr. Emoto's scientific work that he's done, and that was just proven in the physical manifestations of water crystals, and how beautiful words put on a glass of water created gorgeous crystals, and how bad words, low vibrating words, or low vibrating music created disorganized water. It was not at all crystals. It looked like sludge. Very, very powerful to see that manifestation. And so this is why you have to be very conscious. This goes for everyone because we are more than 75% water in our bodies. So it's very important that you are aware of this water that's inside of you and what it's doing for you on every level of your being. So you do not want to allow negative thought forms to take over your mind, because when you allow these negative energies to flood your body, your mind, your spirit, they begin to get stored within the water that is you. They become amplified by the water that is you. And you don't want to create that. So you need to be very, very aware of what it is. And so the Frog Clan people, this is just magnified for you. This is magnified for you because your element is water. And this is why you have to be very conscious of what you allow into your mind, your very energy is storing and amplifying whatever you allow in. You are easily imprinted upon. So you have to live a conscious life to be able to protect yourself and to remain happy and high vibrating. You frog people are refreshed by water, whether it is the ocean, the lake, ponds, a bathtub. This energy will calm and relax you. As a member of this clan, you are responsible to the water of the earth, as well as that of your body. You must appreciate the water that is inside and outside of you. That goes for everyone. You must protect these waters from becoming polluted. Now, because this element is ruled by the moon, this makes you responsible to the moon as well. It would do you good to learn the secrets of the moon, as well as its phases, so that you are aware of how these affect all life. This knowledge will help you keep your emotions flowing and high vibrating. It will teach you how to unblock yourself when it is needed. When you have mastered your own inner waters, then you can help others do the same. This is your gift to humanity, to teach them how to use the emotions, the energy of the mind, the body, the spirit, to keep them strong and powerful. And your challenge is to learn it first yourself, as we all have our own challenges. This is your challenge, Frog Clan people. It is absolutely vital to your health that you remain open, free-flowing, and unpolluted. Now, as a member of the Frog Clan, you are happiest when you allow yourself to remain open to the flow of the universe. Open your hearts so the universal energies can flow through you, and work hard to be a vessel of healing, not only for yourself, but for humanity as well. Now, let's look at each member of the Frog Clan to see the special gifts they bring to one another, as well as to the other clans of the sacred hoop of life. Now, I want to remind everyone, as we are discussing the sacred hoop of life, that everything that I am talking about, it is for all of us, because we have each one of these energies within us. We are all made up of these elements. But when it is your element, when it is your dominating element, then it is 100-fold your energy. It is 100-fold, if not more, of your energy. So it is so important for you to be conscious of the elements that rule you. Now, snake people, you have the power of water and fire. This is the group that is associated with the sign of Scorpio in Western astrology. Now, again, you have to check the dates, because they're not exactly the same as Western astrology, but they are very close to it. So people who do not know that Scorpio is a water sign, they think that Scorpios are fire signs, because most Scorpio people have a lot of fiery energy. And so the same is true for snake people in Earth astrology. Remember that you are the activator of the Kundalini energy, which is a fire that sits at the base of your spine. And when activated, it runs up the spine to open your third eye. Now, the Kundalini energy is naturally activated within your 40s. Usually the mid-40s is when Kundalini energy is activated. And for women, this is the time that you may find yourself going through the change of life, what we call menopause. And what happens? You get very hot, right? Okay, so that's telling you that your energies are not balanced. Yes, we do activate this energy, but you should not be overwhelmed with heat in the body like that, where it is uncomfortable. So what I suggest to people, since I'm on this topic, is to activate the chakras the acupuncture points within the feet. So when you find yourself moving through this time of your life and you've activated this Kundalini energy within the body and you are now being overrun with heat, then you need to find balance and you can work through your feet. Remember, we talked about the feet, how powerful the feet are. So you get some of those massage rolling pins and you begin to roll your feet each and every day. Do it 10, 15 minutes in the morning, in the evening. And the ones that have the little spikes on them, they're very good, as well as the flat ones. You need to activate the energies within your feet, and it will begin to balance out the Kundalini that has been activated within you. And there's other herbs and things, so I suggest you do some research on that because you do not have to go through this period of uncomfortability. So once this Kundalini energy is activated, and it is the snake energy that is in you, and that's why they also refer to Kundalini as the snake, right? So this crosses different cultures and barriers that we see that they use the same symbol for this Kundalini energy. And we're talking about snake people. Now, when that energy is activated from the base of your spine, it moves up through the pineal gland and it activates your third eye. And so this is why snake people are connected to the third eye. This is why they are very powerful. You are the shamans of the world that have many powers of healing within you. You have to be careful of your emotions because you can get caught up in the heavy energies of your mind and body. So what you have to remember, snake people, is that you must concentrate more on bringing the light within your body. Okay? This is the key for you. Now, Cougar people, you have the power of water and earth. You are related to Pisces in the Western astrology, which is a very psychic sign. Your water and earth combination allows you to be very grounded, unlike your sign in Western astrology. Cougar people are very intelligent. As long as you keep your emotions in check, you can be the most stable among your clan. You have to be conscious not to take on other people's issues and problems and make them your own. This can be very easy for you to do, Cougar people, with this elemental combination of earth and water. You are natural healers and you want to make people happy, but don't sacrifice yourself in order to do so. Now, Flicker people, you have the power of water and air. Now, these people are very connected to the moon as well. This is Cancer in our Western zodiac. You are very comfortable going into the depths of emotions and then flying high in the intellectual realms. You are likened to the seabirds that dive deep into the water to go fishing and then break the surface to re-enter the realm of the sky. You like deep philosophical conversations, and you are intrigued by hidden truths. You can have very psychic dreams as well. You have all the qualities of the water and the air. So this makes you very versatile and quite talented as well. Now, when in balance, you make amazing psychics as well as great team players. Now, one thing that you will find, Flicker people, as well as all Frog Clan people, is that when you have a full moon, that may not be the best time for you to give people readings, okay? Because the moon affects you. Until you have worked with your energies and perfected yourself, it actually might be a very powerful time for you because it's a very high energy at that time. But when you are still working out your emotional power and your intellectual power and bringing balance to that, then it's probably best for you because you won't be as clear as you should be at the time of the full moon. But when you get stronger, that is your most powerful time, when you have really worked on yourself and become the shaman or the healer that you truly are. And this goes for everyone. This advice goes for everyone. I want to say that the Frog Clan people are very valuable members of the sacred hoop of life, just as everyone else is. And don't downplay who you are and the gifts that you've brought to humanity, because each and every one of us are very valuable members, and we must all bring our powers together, our gifts and our magic together in order to bring humanity up in vibration, to increase this planet in love and light and healing energies. It is all on us to do this. I am so excited to bring all of this information to you, as it is my pleasure to share all of these truths. I actually really enjoy every single week that I get to share this with you. I look forward to our next Friday's show. Now, we will be discussing the Turtle Clan at that time, their powers and their responsibility that they have as a member of the Turtle Clan. I leave you in the love and in the light of the infinite creator. Have a beautiful week.